over the activities in the last couple, the intervention in the last couple of days under the leadership of the Deputy Speaker on the impending aviation crisis. I believe they have been able to come to some concrete resolutions that has hopefully, we believe, should save the industry from imminent collapse. I believe that the report will be tendered today. But DS, if you don't mind, if you can just quickly brief the House and possibly the nation for 2 minutes on the resolutions and how everything went.
However, when you're instructing, because I believe you do the briefing more before the presentation. First, to appreciate you that though you are outside of the country during this particular time moment for Nigeria, but under instruction and by instruction, you asked us to go ahead and first take the motion, which was taken, and then to intervene on the matter. And I would say, I would report to the House that the work was done extremely well, and we have been able to save the country and teeming Nigerian populace from imminent embarrassment of what is being looked as a collapse of the aviation industry. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and we appreciate your leadership and guidance, and may God help us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You have a petition.
I'm Honorable Haruna Dederi, representing Kara Erogo Federal Constituency. I'm from Kano State, sir. I have 2 petitions from Anti-Corruption and Integrity Forum. It's a registered organization, sir, relating to certain acts constituting abuse of due process. I have 1 petition, sir, from another registered organization, Conduct and Due Process, for criminal or alleged illegal evasion of certain tax and pension laws. 3 petitions altogether have been duly signed and endorsed. I seek your leave, sir, and the leave of the House to lay the petitions.
Okay, but the petition is from... All right, colleagues, we have a full house in the gallery today. Unfortunately, several of our members are out on committee work. A full house and not so full chambers today. Rather, a full house in the gallery and not so full chambers because many of our members are out in committees. With us today, we have students of the Auntie Alice schools here on an excursion program. Please stand up for recognition. You're welcome. Also in the gallery today, we have students from Bridge Academy. You're welcome to the House of Representatives. Students from JDC International Schools are also here. You're welcome. And students from St. Augustine's College are here with us in the gallery. Interestingly, we have 3 of the children of our members here in the gallery from St. Augustine as well, Honorable Zondo, Honorable Theo, and Honorable Bandi. The children are here as well. So yes, you're welcome to the House of Representatives.
You're on to a live telecast on the Nigerian Television Authority of proceedings from the House of Representatives. My name is Lami Ali. Welcome you to today's live transmission of proceedings in the Green Chamber. The Speaker, Femi Gbajabiamila, is already seated and presiding over the day's plenary. A glimpse at the other paper shows that there are quite a number of items for today. Several committees are going to submit reports for consideration, while there are bills also slated for second reading. One of the bills is the bill that seeks to bring the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps and the Nigeria Fire Service under the same governing board as the Nigeria Immigration Service, and the House Leader will expectedly move for the second reading of that bill, which is an executive bill. Over now to plenary.
Chief Honorable Japosin Binabo Ekine and Ambassador Ibinabo Victor Osama. Mr. Speaker, I kindly and the on behalf, permit me to lay the petition.
Yes, please, you may lay the petition. Are there any other petitions? Petitions referred to the Committee on Public Petitions. Motions of urgent public importance, Honorable Aliu.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues. I'm Architect Ibrahim Al-Mustafa Aliu, member representing FIIRO constituency from Sokoto State. I'm coming under Order 8, Rule 4, to move matter of urgent public importance on the need to curb incessant bandit attacks, cattle rustling, indiscriminate killings of innocent citizens, and kidnapping in Wunuraba general area. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Respected colleagues, Harry Mohammed Abdul member representing Nasarawa to Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm from Nasarawa State. I rise to second the motion. Every moved by a colleague I saw second, sir.
Those in support that this matter is urgent enough to be taken now, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. Honorable Aliu, please move your motion.
Motion for the need to curb incessant bandit attacks, cattle rustling, indiscriminate killings of innocent citizens, and kidnapping in Wunuraba area of Sokoto State. I want this honorable House, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, to note that security is one of the most important rights guaranteed to every citizen of Nigeria by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. Unfortunately, the turn of events in Sokoto State, and in particular, Raba local government, call for serious concern to safety of lives and property. Incessant killings and kidnapping of innocent citizens is leading to total lack of confidence on the constituted authority and deeming peaceful coexistence in the affected communities in the recent past.
Automatic.
Groups from neighboring states and other adjoining local governments in the state have taken solace in most of the communities in Wunro and Raba local governments, giving them easy access to virtually all communities around. Confirmed sources, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, reveal that the settlement of this bandit in Allakiru, Tabani, Urwanga, Ingandi, Majia, Dutsi, Mefitila, Dan Amale Farms near Raba, just 5 kilometers to Raba, Sukungu, Jenduse, Dogon Marke, Falalia in Yesokua district, and near Arba in Korgaba district of Bruno local government general area. Worried that the incessant report of insecurity in Sokoto State, in particular Raba local government, has reached boiling point, leading to ceaseless armed robbery, abductions, killings of innocent citizens, creation of panic, general uncertainty, and hopelessness. Similarly, this almost daily attack, theft and killing of innocent citizens, and cattle rustling and destruction of property worth millions of naira have made living conditions in the affected areas very bad. Alarmed that on the 13th December 2021, bandits reportedly abducted no fewer than 20 villagers in Kosari and Chacha villages in Wurno local government area of Sokoto State, demanding for ransoms, causing panic, fear, and closure of businesses in the area. Within the same period, many communities in Sisawa, Tofa, Ogogo, and Rara, Etsakuwa, Rakaka, Tumbulla, Gododi, Kuriya, Kudrumusu, Yola Bagayi, Gidambua, and Gaamfulani were attacked. And many were either killed or kidnapped, with thousands of cattle roasted. It is alarming to note, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, that within the period of 9 months, over 200 people lost their lives to the numerous attacks of this bandit. Many are in the hospital, and so many of them displaced. Regret that most recently on the 13th March,
This is the network service of the NTA. We'll be joining our outside broadcast crew for another live broadcast. This broadcast will be continued later. Yes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing with our program right away. At this point, I want to humbly invite to the podium very respectively our overseeing Director General and CEO. Please help me jam your hands together as she steps forward to give her welcome address.
Good afternoon, the board chairman, in the person of Alhaji Gambo Magaji, and our other board member, Chief Nicholas Ajayi, and also a past director of the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation in the person of Engineer Dr. Talabi. You're welcome, sir. And the representative of Honorable Akinremi of the person of Mr. Tayo, of the House of Rep Science Research Committee. And also the representative of our overseeing director, Mr. M.E.J. Bassi, being ably represented by Azanam. I'd also like to appreciate the directors of the Federal Institute of Industrial Research, Oshodi. Ladies and gentlemen, and then men of the press, you are all welcome to this epic occasion of the Federal Institute of Industrial Research Oshodi Day. FIIRO feels exceptionally blessed and honored that the first part of this program, we had the presence of the Honorable Minister of Science, Technology, and Innovation, and also the Minister of State, Federal Minister of Science, Technology, and Innovation, and also the Minister of Science and Technology of Sierra Leone. It's really an honor. I saw earlier on one of my co-DGs was hailing me and saying, how did you do it? Well, it's just God, and we give all the glory to God. So without taking much of your time, I'll just like to tell you some of the salient. The MC has already given you a little background about FIIRO, and I wouldn't talk too much on that, but I would just like to pick out some salient things about why FIIRO is FIIRO, why FIIRO is special. FIIRO started in 1956, and even some of us here are familiar with Lagos, in the location of the Federal Palace Hotel, around that Bar Beach area. That was where FIIRO started. And over the years, FIIRO has expanded. We have 6 zonal offices in the 6 geopolitical zones. So FIIRO, we pride ourselves as the home of indigenous technology in Nigeria. And I'm sure you have been seeing some entrepreneurs talking. They have acquired this technology from FIIRO. And these are some of their products that they have acquired from FIIRO. Our research activities are always need-based. You have a problem you want to solve, come to FIIRO. Be it in food, be it in paper, be it in pulp, be it in machinery. The only thing that we do not carry out research on in FIIRO is oil and gas. But any other question, any other ideas you have that you want to develop, come to FIIRO and you will get your answers. We hold professionalism in high esteem. We have over 50 PhD holders in different fields of endeavor. And over 40 state-of-the-art laboratories with modern equipment that competes favorably with the outside world. And in expatiating on that, we are ISO 17025 certified, which means that our analysis on our products compares with wherever it is in the world. Is it in China if you want to analyze cornstarch? The result you will get there is just like the one you will get in FIIRO. It's just like the one you get in Singapore. It's just like the one you will get in Canada. That it is an international certification. Our research products are instrumental to the federal government's poverty eradication programs. We have some of our EPIC products, the high nutrient density biscuits. We have the soy ogi. And we have discovered and worked on raw materials that are peculiar to the 774 local government areas in Nigeria. FIIRO is also the Center of Excellence for Enzyme Technology. We have over 25 byproducts from cassava. We are about the #1 on cassava research in the country. I thought we would give us a round of applause for that. That is our own product, our own great raw material that is used in almost anything you can think of. And in our famous kasi bread, the cassava bread, which will be giving some to taste and to see that, yes, it is of high quality. FIIRO also is a major player in entrepreneurship development in Nigeria. Entrepreneurship. That is something that FIIRO had started on for a long time. And that is actually what we need in this country. We need entrepreneurs. A country that would grow, that will go places, must have entrepreneurs. And you find out that a lot of universities these days have put entrepreneurship into their curriculum, which shows the essence of it, and which shows that the unemployment, the problems we have, can actually be tackled through entrepreneurship. So we make bold to invite you, come to FIIRO, and we'll build you up as an entrepreneur, and you will have multiple streams of income. FIIRO is virtually the largest engager of students on industrial training. A lot of science-based students, even those studying, who are doing entrepreneurship, those who are into management, sociology, whatever aspect you can think of, there is a place for every student who is going to look for a place for IT training. And even during strike, we strive to let staff come and take these children and these students in their various types of research. And we have also involved in startup funds. After training, we link you up with some of these financial institutions. We lift you up, we connect you with some of these financial institutions, thereby you can have startup funds. Also, we have we have the soft touch for the women and the youth. You know, when you train a woman, you train a nation. So we are very much involved in women and youth trainings. And this has been done through a lot of local government, constituency, empowerment projects that we do on and off. Research is all about innovation that prefers solution to existing problems. And the Honorable Minister of FMSTI is very passionate about public-private partnership. And this has been something that has been going on, and FIIRO is well involved in public-private partnership. And many of our technologies have won laurels, both locally and internationally. We have so many of our products. We were the one who revolutionized the soap industry in Nigeria. And we sort of made the multinationals who had the monopoly of the market at that time. And we were able to, I make bold, FIIRO makes bold to say that probably out of 100 producers of personal care, bought it from us. And then you talk about the yam flour, the poundo yam, you talk of the ola, all these, just to mention a few of them. And some that you still keep seeing on the TV are some of our beneficiaries. And the other beauty of FIIRO technologies, we do the technology, then we have the requisite equipment. So that you just don't acquire the technology, I want to know how to make poundo yam, and that is all. You are now left dry. I don't know how to go about getting your equipment. In FIIRO, you get your requisite equipment to go with any technology you acquire from us. With us at this expo are some innovations. We have our egg powder. We have our amylase and glucoamylase enzymes. We have our glucose syrup. We have our dense block from agro wastes. We have our poultry feed from Okara. We have our FIIRO Moringa machine. We have our FIIRO plastic shredder. And so many others that time will not permit me to mention. So there are innovations that are just coming to the research products shelves. With this, we bring hope for would-be inventors, be it micro, be it small, be it medium, be it even the large enterprise. There is something for you at FIIRO. And later, some of the directors, about 5 of them, will be coming to speak on 1 or 2 products that might be of interest to you. Thank you very much for your time.
All right,
and
thank
God
you.
bless you as you continue with us.
Thank you very much, Ma. Please, another resounding round of applause. Yeah. Mrs. Asabra has been able to analyze some of the achievement of FIIRO to us all. The one that interests me most is that of our universities encouraging entrepreneurship, and also FIIRO concentrating more on women. Like Mom say, build a woman, you build a nation. Build a woman. Okay, thank you very much. With that, let's give her another resounding round of applause. And quickly, I've just been told that the largest television station in the whole of Africa just have few minutes for us. So I want to quickly invite our special guest of honor, who is also the chairman of the chairman of FIIRO Governing Board, Alhaji Gambo Magiji, CON, so that we can take full control of the presence of NTA. Please, may we rise to welcome him to the podium as he comes to give us his speech. You're welcome, sir.
Okay. Now sit down, please. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The board members of FIIRO who are here, the DG of FIIRO, the directors, special guests, and those who are friends of FIIRO, Assalamu alaikum. I've been invited to say a word or two. From the look of things, the DJ has already said everything. But as an old horse, I'll try to navigate through the very difficult terrain of the occasion and perhaps add one or two words in addition to what my DJ has said. I'm happy to be here today to witness for the first time FIIRO Day. When I was a federal PAMSEC in 1990 to 94, I was privileged to visit FIIRO just on my own, out of curiosity. Because like what the MC said, I found myself in mining corporation and became a member of the Institute of Nigerian Mining and Geosciences Society. And I went to that place to see how we can interest Mining and Geosciences Society to partner with FIIRO. Unfortunately, I left the service early. When I was appointed as chairman of FIIRO, I said, well, what have they seen in me to appoint me as chairman to that very, very important outfit of the federal government of Nigeria, which has unfortunately been neglected. Because what FIIRO is doing, most of it is import substitution. And honestly, what FIIRO requires is the funding and support of the federal government in order to conserve our foreign exchange and also create employment for our millions of youths who are unemployed today. On this, I will want to say that what is required of the federal government is to fully fund FIIRO's activities for the technological development of our country. We also call on federal government to encourage our local entrepreneurs by either totally banning or imposing heavy taxes and duties of whatever we can produce in this country. Some countries did it, and that's why they advanced. But in our own case here, Nigeria has become a dumping ground. And unfortunately, that has gone so much into our psyche. We always appreciate what is not produced in Nigeria, even though it is 50% inferior to what we produce. There is need, honestly, on the part of the federal government to encourage
NTA, you can't beat the rich.
Lives are in your hands while you drive. Protect yourself and others on the road. Road Matters from the network service of the NTA. Join us
We want to talk about rights, there are obligations. I'm not saying that this government is a saint, very far from it. But there are things that we can do to make it better, and that's the challenge I'm throwing to you. You don't want to build this nation? I don't know where else you want to go. If I had a choice, I'll come back. When I stand outside and I hear what you have to say about this country that I know that I can die for as one, then I'm really sad because you're young. You have education. You have tools. You have a huge future ahead of you. And you're condemning yourself before you started on that journey. So please don't do that. Please don't.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs, and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Preview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk. App for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
The vaccine offers hope for a safe country free of coronavirus. I urge all state governments, traditional and religious leaders to take the lead in the mobilization effort within their environment and spheres of influence. I similarly urge all eligible Nigerians to present themselves and be vaccinated in accordance with the order of priority already mapped out at the various authorized designated centers only.
"24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can watch NTA International live on your TV, computer, iPad, tablet, and phone. Log on to visiontv.co.uk and click on Entertainment, then NTAI. You can also download the iOS or Android app on your mobile devices to watch NTA International on the go, anywhere in the world. NTA International, your window to the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can watch NTA International live on your TV, computer, iPad, tablet, and phone. Log on to visiontv.co.uk and click on Entertainment, then NTAI. You can also download the iOS or Android app on your mobile devices to watch NTA International on the go, anywhere in the world. NTA International, your window through the world.
Wannan labarin ma yana peji na 36.
Ita kuma babban labarin wannan jarida shine ainihin labarin da ke gaban jaridar shine ta bayyana cewa
ọkwa ojii kenka eziokwu
Nwanne m nwoke
Ikechukwu Ndukwe Igbo
mam iji wee mee ka ụbọchị na-aga n'anya ya.
Nation fún ti òwúrọ̀ yìí ibẹ̀ náà ti sọ pé àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ aláṣẹ ìpínlẹ̀ Benue pàṣẹ wípé.
Ní gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀ka, ní ẹ̀ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́, ní ẹ̀ka ètò ìlera, ní ẹ̀ka ètò ààbò.
My chairman, board of director, the overseeing DG, Dr. Missy.
Together, no matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together. Let's stop fighting each other. Let us live as one. It doesn't matter where you come from, your tribe or religion, man, woman, or child. It doesn't matter who you are. Put Nigeria first. No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
How can we develop when we're always in crisis? Families have become refugees in their country. No matter our differences, show some understanding.
No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
Issues in the sports sector remain one of the most debated among Nigerians due to the passion, followership, government involvement, impact on Nigeria's external image and our national life in the sports parliament. The NTA offers Nigerians deep views on issues with experts in the sports sector, offering in-depth analysis, hindsight, insight, and foresight towards elevating Nigerian sports to the zenith on the floor of the sports parliament. Sports Parliament, a unique platform for sports discussions, showing live on the NTA. Keep a day with the parliamentarians. The eyes have it.
Hello and welcome. It's time for another interesting package of
Everything Music.
Angelina, they cool my temperature. The color go can deliver.
This is Stocky Movies.
In times of old, the world was full of wonder.
No.
Welcoming you to your weekend for today.
Right, so come patrol. It's time to use our voice.
Beyond Six Packs.
Bills.
Pay the bills. Be named up on bill. Pay my bill. Yeah.
Welcome to Gallery.
Me
and my paddies.
London for what?
London for medicine.
Medicine for what?
Medicine for coffee.
Are you sickness?
To our illness. Welcome to Gist Zone.
All right, my name is the Eselusien Wego One. Ona nyokoko nyonyo.
The vaccine offers hope for a safe country free of coronavirus. I urge all states
That about 5 of our directors will be coming to give a short speech. Please, another round of applause. Yoruba will say, Eba mi fi àtẹ́wọ́ gbé wọn dìde.
Thank you very much. I'd like to call on the Director of Food Technology in the person of Dr. Mrs. Oluwatoyin Oluwole to come and give us just about 3 minutes. She'll be talking maybe on the FIIRO antileptic biscuits.
Good afternoon, all. While still standing on the
within their environment and spheres of influence. I similarly urge all eligible Nigerians to present themselves and be vaccinated in accordance with the order of priority already mapped out at the various authorized designated centers only.
Aba, the commercial capital of Abia State, well known as the Enyimba City, is a little but mighty city where anything and about everything is possible. With a population of over 2 million people residents and thousands of daily visitors, the city is said to be in a hurry almost round the clock. The bulk of the commercial activities therein is centered on creative entrepreneurial skills in diverse forms, from the metal fabrications to leather works of shoes and bags. Have you heard of Made in Aba shoes? They are a sight to behold. The creative beauty put into it with what you may describe as a seamless effort, but that is only for the experts, as I tried to produce a pair but failed woefully. Now we know that it is easier said than done for the novice. How then do these experts get the job done?
The Aba people, God gave us special strength. No matter any quantity you will order now, we will make sure that will satisfy our customers.
Who really are their target buyers?
Nigerians are not patronizing our product. Instead of them patronizing what we are producing, Cameroonians, Togo, Ivory Coast, Abidjan, all these African sub-Saharan countries, they are the people that are coming in here to buy our product because they know the value.
Is this business really profitable?
There's money here. There's money here. There is money. If the government can help us to move forward, we will turn the economy of this country round. We will not be mentioning anything like joblessness again. All these young school leavers who don't have jobs, you see many of them here. They will be flowing, and we'll be training them because the skill, God gave it to us.
One thing that stands out are the labels on the products. All are foreign. I wondered why.
Whenever they come to know that you are the one that produced this one, sometimes they would not like to buy it. They prefer the ones they don't know, the person that worked it, than the one they know, the person that worked it.
The Abba shoes seem to be high in demand, especially within the west coast of Africa. What stands it out?
We are using two kinds of leathers. One is animal skin and a synthetic. It's Nigerian leather. That's why the country prefer this leather to those of their own leathers. As our women, they will tell you, that is what we are hearing today. They are now preferring made in Aba to made in China because of its quality today.
Given the fact that this little town, known as the Japan of Africa, can well produce footwears for the entire Nigeria and beyond, what then is stalling the effort?
Shoe manufacturing is something that needs brain work. They should first of all talk about an environment, a place that is made, that is cited for leather and the garment. Provide us, if not another thing, let there be electricity, let there be empowerment.
They don't have the equipment. We are working too much with hand. So we are stressing ourselves.
Not long ago, the state government took a giant stride to build on the people's efforts. Some of the designers were sent to China to learn and acquire more skills and finesse in this area. What has been the effect on their productivity?
Improved in my production. People that have been buying my products before I went to China and now they can see the difference. There's a whole lot of difference in my production. It has improved the finishing, everything, the packaging is just superb right now.
Now, that is the language our youth should be speaking. Whatever it is what, we must look inward if we must develop our great nation Nigeria, starting from the Japan of Africa, Abba.
People always try to protect themselves from danger. When one sees a car coming towards his or her direction and speed, one runs away from such danger in order to be safe. Safety is the responsibility of every person. At home, safety precaution is key, as most fire incidents are caused by careless usage of home appliances like electric cookers, pressing irons, gas cookers, to mention just a few. There are various means of cooking like using stove, electric cookers, firewoods, charcoal, and gas cookers.
I use stove for cooking. The challenges I have, I don't know for other people, is kerosene. But when you use it wisely, you will enjoy the stove, just like other people enjoy using gas.
I love using gas because it's faster. So since ever I've started using it, I've not encountered any trouble or any accidents.
Cooking is often a relaxing and fun task for some people, but without safety tips in mind, it is one of the major causes of home fires. Today, it seems more people use gas cookers to cook. It is said to be a fast and efficient way to cook, and they come in different sizes.
Generally, gas is, we call it, the full meaning is liquefied petroleum gas. It is a byproduct of natural gas processing and petroleum refining. It is also a mixture of hydrocarbon gases made up of hydrogen and carbon. We have two varieties of gas, what we call propane and butane. Propane is normally used in cold areas of Europe and America, while butane is used in Nigeria. But That butane that you use in Nigeria, there's a proportion of mixture of propane also, because propane is highly inflammable. So you add 20% to make it to burn fine.
In this busy world, everyone wants faster means of doing things. But the issue is how many people are mindful of safety precautions in using liquefied gas to cook.
You know, gas, basically it's leakages. Depending on the particular gas you're using, the size of cylinder at which you're using. You know, we have like they have the direct burners, which are like the 3 kg, the 5 kg, and the 6 kg. They're the direct burners. If you can avoid leakages, it's okay. Very much okay, yeah.
It's safer, especially if the house is their own, it is safer to keep it outside.
Most especially want to thank the board chairman for finding it, for sparing us your time to be here today. It has not been like this before. Last year when we were here, we had a board, but our chairman was not here. But that you are here with us today. At least you have a first-hand information on some of the things that we are doing, and also we have the opportunity that you are here to make some policy statements and to make some demand from federal government for the institute. Thank you very much. To all the agencies that we have invited and you are here, we want to say thank you all. All our directors from FIIRO, thank you all. And every other person that we have invited that you are here. Father, I want to say thank you all. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Yes, on my own part, as your director of ceremonies, because all we've been saying is director this, director that. Me too, I'm director of ceremony. I want to thank you also for giving me this opportunity to be your master of ceremony. So thank you all. God bless you as God will take you to your respective destination, alive and healthy in Jesus' name. All right, thank you. Yes, please, the photographers, lead us to where we shall have the group photograph outside. Yes. Another team is making use of this premises right now, so we have to vacate it for them. Thank you all, and God bless you. Till I come your way again, it's been FIIRO or Najite Jigolo.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome. Within the next few minutes, we shall be celebrating one of the foremost research institutes in Nigeria, southeast of the Niger. I want to welcome you wherever you are to PRODA Day. It will be starting within the next few minutes. You are all welcome. Wherever you are, we encourage you to come and show solidarity with us as we celebrate PRODA and what PRODA has contributed to the science, technology, and innovation space of Nigeria. You are once more welcome. We are going to have PRODA Day. PRODA is Projects Development Institute, and it is located in Enugu. So we wish to invite you all, wherever you are, our expected guests, whom we have invited before now, and if our invitation didn't get to you, we wish that you come and join us and celebrate with us and show solidarity as we display some of the things that we have contributed to Nigeria to make life better and easier. You are welcome. We are expecting you to join us as we start in the next few minutes. You are welcome. Our time is about now as we start PRODA Day. If you are still within the canopies, please come and felicitate with us and show solidarity as we celebrate PRODA Day. PRODA Day is about starting now. Wherever you are warmly invited and warmly welcome. We're going to celebrate PRODA, Projects Development Institute, and I shall be your master of ceremonies. My name is Mr. Chigozie Bright Ichu, and I shall be working with the support of all the PRODA staff here and all the staff from the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation, and we shall make this time that we have grand. So I'm expecting that you be seated. Already our elegant overseeing DG and CEO is already seated. So wherever you are, we are waiting for you to please come and show solidarity with us as we celebrate PRODA today. Our time is about now. Ladies and gentlemen, as this invitation is about to take off, this is our final boarding call, or rather, I'm sorry, the final invitation call for the commencement of a program. We are not in the airport. We are at the Ego Square. So this is an invitation call to join us as we start PRODA Day. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to know one or two things about this great agency under the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology. PRODA, as the name rightly implies, means Projects Development Institute, and is located in Enugu. And the motto of PRODA is industrialization through self-reliance. PRODA is pioneering the federal government of creating through industrialization of the. You need to know that among other things that PRODA does, that in industrial material, and they carry these researches out to pilot stages, including engineering, the development and fabrication, and they have particular research areas. And I'm going to mention a few of them as we go on. PRODA is interested in researching into material science and technology, including metallurgy and foundry work. PRODA is also into processing of ceramic materials. And PRODA also is into fabrication of agro-processing machines, mechanical engineering and engineering design, and so many other things that is embedded in PRODA mandates. You need to know that PRODA was created in 1971. I guess that PRODA is about one of the oldest research institutes in Nigeria. It was created under the Edict number 2 of the defunct East Central State. And PRODA was created then primarily, even now, PRODA was created to catalyze industrialization. So PRODA is a catalyst, providing the needed impetus for industrialization and to carry out industrial research. The researches we carry out in PRODA are not just academic researches. They are researches that have industrial relevance and they have industrial implication. And we do this research from laboratory stage, which restaurants so many things, and we move from the laboratory stage to the pilot plant scale, and we render also consultancy services to the government. For the agencies and the ministries that are into product development, we provide a platform where you can partner with PRODA to make those designs to be concretized. We actually produce the machines that you need, whether it's agro-processing, whether it is food processing, and whatever application that those machines have, we'll bring them to reality. We have very fantastic engineers, designers, and technocrats among us. And we also partner with industries. We help industries to upscale their processes. We help industries provide machines that have adaptability to our local content. You know that one of the things in our industrial space is that this erratic power supply. And sometimes some of the machines you bring from outside of the country, when they are subjected to the erratic power supply, you find out that they break down. But the machines we've been able to provide over time have this adaptability, and they have this ruggedness that in spite of the erraticness of the power supply, that these machines have stood the test of time. And we also help individuals, people who are researchers, BSc students, master students, PhD students, even postdoctoral students, to carry out their researches in our well-equipped and well-stocked laboratory. I need you to know that PRODA, by decree number 5 of 1977, became a research institute, an agency under the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation. Thank you very much. Time will fail me to tell you all this background about PRODA, but I believe that with a few points of mine, I've been able to convince you that you are dealing with a giant in the research and technology space in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to that brief about PRODA. We shall move ahead immediately with what we have. I need to make some formal introductions, ladies and gentlemen, as we go ahead. PRODA has a governing board, and I'm going to introduce some of the members of the governing board who are here and who we are also expecting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a big pleasure, privilege for me to introduce the chairman of the governing board. I'm talking of somebody who is an astute technocrat, astute politician, and somebody who has development in mind and want to engineer the development process, especially with what is happening in PRODA. I'm talking of no less person other than Honorable Chief Emmanuel Enoku. Please, a round of applause for him. We expect that either he or his assistant will join us as the program moves on. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to also introduce a member of the governing board who have shown commitment and has come around to encourage what we are doing on this ground. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome Mr. Taye Fawole. I saw him here on the ground. Please, a round of applause for him because I believe he will join us. I shall introduce these two persons for now as we move ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, PRODA has come a long way, and PRODA has come this way because of the leadership that has been provided by our elegant, indefatigable. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce somebody who has piloted the affairs of PRODA and made what we are doing so exceptional. I want to introduce our overseeing Director General and CEO. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me and welcome Dr. Arit Becca Etukudo. Please, a round of applause. You can do a better job than that, please. Thank you very much, madam. You are welcome. She's our elegant lady. PRODA is actually practicing the 35%, the first woman DG. Please, a round of applause for her again. I don't believe that clap is for her, please. It's well earned. That position is well earned. PRODA is indeed practicing the 35%. Is it the affirmation rule or whatever? Please, the women here should help me now. It's gender affirmation. Thank you very much. A round of applause for the women here, please. A round of applause. Please support your own, support your own, support your own. Thank you very much. And she wouldn't have been able to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been reliably informed that the chairman is on his way coming. I shall also like to introduce members of management and PRODA who have been supporting this elegant lady to pilot the affairs of PRODA. Ladies and gentlemen, in no particular order, I'm going to recognize the very presence of the acting head of department of ceramics production. I'm talking of no other person than a revered man of God, somebody whose humility is very obvious and whose motivation has helped the staff to produce things beyond what they could imagine. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Reverend Angus Natu. He's here, please. Venerable, I've been rightly corrected. Please, Reverend. Bless you. Bless you. Please, a round of applause. Thank you for your fatherly blessing. I also want to recognize sitting by his side, immediate right, is one gentleman that we all recognize very well. And incidentally, he's my head of department. Ladies and gentlemen, join me and welcome a man I respect so much, a man who is committed to his duties, and a man who does things by the rule. I'm talking of no other person other than Mr. Andrew Korike. Please, a round of applause for him. Ladies and gentlemen, I shall ask that you forgive me for jumping protocols in any way, but please, I beg to be forgiven for the purposes of this, what we have here. I'm just following what is on the paper. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce a chief among us, rightly earned. I want to introduce somebody who is an erudite scholar. I want to introduce somebody who knows his onions very well. I like to introduce somebody who, even if he's sleeping and you wake him up and you talk about agriculture, engineering design, agro-processing equipment, he will give you more than your head can carry. Ladies and gentlemen, join me and welcome Engineer Dr. Edwin C. Oriako. He is the Director of Engineering Research and Development Production. The chief is rightly earned. He's a traditional title holder. You're welcome, chief, once more. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like also to introduce the head of the Department of Industrial Promotions, Information, and Documentations. His name is Mr. Nathan Abiabasi, but he is ably represented by Engineer Dr. Mrs. Chioma Ogwa. Please, a round of applause for her. She's here. You know, when you are dealing with women, you need to be careful, you need to be soft, and you need to, do all the due diligence. So these are the members of management that have been supporting our elegant lady to pilot the affairs in PRODA. Ladies and gentlemen, I shall also recognize the directors and assistant directors and deputy directors from the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation. In due course, I shall call your names one by one. I also want to recognize the presence of sister agencies who are here, the DG, the CEOs. With time, I shall also recognize you. We shall move forward. Thank you very much for your patience and cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, about this time, we shall say the opening prayer. Please let's stand as we take the opening prayer. And the opening prayer that will be taken is the second stanza of the national anthem. Please, let's stand up, please, wherever you are. Let's stand up. We shall take it together. If you know it, you say it along with me. I shall lead the pack. Okay, let's go ahead. O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true. Great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. Please sit down. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said earlier on, one of the things we have succeeded in doing in PRODA is creating things that have relevance to our immediate environment. And one of the also interesting things we've done is to use local content, which is very, very important. By the time our elegant lady, the overseeing Director General and CEO will come forward to give her opening remarks, she will set the ball rolling for other things you need to know about PRODA. Ladies and gentlemen, about this time, it's my singular honor and pleasure to invite a woman I respect so much for her elegance, for the ambience that moves around her. Ladies and gentlemen, join me and welcome my own Overseeing Director General. I'm talking of no other person other than
patriots. If no single tribe or religion has defeated poverty, then no single tribe or religion can develop Nigeria. The success story of every state and capital is the contribution of every tribe.
Thank you very much, the MC. His Excellency, the Honorable Minister, Federal Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Abuja, the Chairman, PRODA Board, members of PRODA Board, PRODA Management Committee, ladies and gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome. Welcome address by the Overseeing Director General, CEO of Project Development Institute, PRODA, Enugu, on the occasion of PRODA Special Day at Technology and Innovation Exposition 2022. It's a privilege and honor to have you in our presence to share our day. The PRODA project was created in 1971 to promote and validate research and development in service to the nation. It is one of the oldest research institutions in Nigeria under the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation. PRODA relevance through its mandates is evidenced virtually in all the geopolitical zones of our nation, where our constituency projects have impacted in our communities. The 2022 Techno Expo theme, Sustaining National Economic Growth Through Science, Technology and Innovation, is up especially this post-COVID-19 era. We are challenged as a research institution to key into the prevalent mood of the nation, championed by our indefatigable Honorable Minister, Dr. Bonnaye Onu, a realization that we can't operate in silos has seen us reach out to industries, territorial institutions, other research institutions to help create the synergy required to contribute to the economic growth of Nigeria through STI, Science, Technology, and Innovation. PRODA's engagement in innumerable demand-driven research over the last 40 years has led to innovative breakthroughs and made tremendous impact in diverse sectors of the economy. Agro-allied construction, chemical, energy, metallurgical, electrical and electronic, automotive, ceramics, etc. Many of our R&D findings have gone through the mill and been found to be commercializable. We have successfully produced one, PRODA school pencil relevant for the education sector, electrical porcelain insulators relevant for the energy sector and wholly imported, refractory bricks relevant for furnace lining in a wide range of industries and 90 to 95% imported, ceramic filter candles and pots relevant for the health sector and important for the well-being of rural communities, dwellers, also wholly imported. Solid fuel stoves. These are outcomes of our R&D endeavors. These are potential contributors to the country's economic growth. Through the years, our agro-processing equipment has helped to empower communities in the north, south, east, and west. As we share our experiences and showcase our R&D activities in the presentations of the day, we are mindful of our role as a technology leader through the years, committed to helping to sustain national economic growth through STI, Science, Technology, and Innovation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire PRODA management, I thank you for honoring our invitation. Remain blessed. Thank you very much.
Could you please do a better job at clapping than what you just did earlier on, please? Thank you very much for indulging me. You can see that from the speech of our overseeing DG that she has reeled out some of the things that PRODA have been able to produce through research, and we came with some of them here. Ladies and gentlemen, during the time of introduction, I introduced the Chairman Governing Board of PRODA. He is ably represented by the indefatigable comrade, the insuppressible comrade. I'm talking about no other person other than Comrade Toye Fawole. Sir, I hope I didn't mutilate your name. Please, a round of applause for him. I shall make some introductions. After now, you will make your speech too. Thank you, sir. We want to recognize the presence of the following people. We want to recognize Chukura Nkechipi, Director of Science and Technology Development and Promotions, Delta State Ministry of Science and Technology. Thank you for coming to felicitate with us. We also want to recognize Dr. Ann Ozo Agonwa, representing the DG of NARIT. You are welcome. Please, as I mentioned these names, please clap for them. They came to show solidarity with PRODA. I want to recognize Nwobodo Ijoma A, Deputy Director, Overseeing Technology Transfer and Science Promotions, Enugu State Ministry of Science and Technology. DJO, you are welcome. No, I want to also recognize Dr. Engineer Adeneye Talabi, Retired Director, TAA Department, Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation Headquarters. You are welcome, sir. Please, we also want to recognize Dr. Mrs. N.M. Gaila, Federal Poly, Mubi, Adamawa State. You are welcome, please, madam. Please, a round of applause for her. Let's also recognize Dr. M.N. Damo, Ramat Polytechnic, Medugri in Borno. Madam, you are welcome. Please, a round of applause for her. And we also want to recognize Binta Shama from Blueprint Newspaper. You are welcome, please. Thank you very much. As we go on, we shall also introduce some other guests. But at this point, ladies and gentlemen, with your kind permission, let me ask the comrade, Fawole, Mr. Toye Fawole. Please come, sir. Please, a round of applause. A round of applause for him. Sir, please bear with me if I didn't get it well. Thank you.
Please permit me to stand on existing protocol, even as I respect my able chairman, Honorable Chief Emma Enioku, at this particular forum. But please let me just begin to say that we want to thank God for the life of Mr. President Muhammad Buhari, for putting the round peg in the round hole by appointing the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation in the person of Dr. Ogbonaya Ono. He himself is a competent and experienced researcher and a scientist. So by being the minister in charge of this ministry, that is where and why things are working out very, very well. I want to say that among all the ministers in this in the research system, we have 14 ministries having research institutes under them. But it's only the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation that has directed all the research institutes to implement the conditions of service. And that's why we're having peace in those research institutes. That is number one. Please, I think whatever we can do to commend the minister, we should do it, because the only ministry that has directed the research institutes to implement the condition of service, and that is giving a lot of peace. Secondly, we know about the National Research and Innovation Council bill that we have been struggling for years. The efforts that the minister has put into it cannot be rubbished by any standard. He has done so very much in this regard, and he continues to do that. Let me also say this for the Honorable Minister, that in the research institutes under the Science and Tech, due process is being followed in the appointment of chief executives. And that is why there is peace in these research institutes. Over and above all of this, let me say that what we have today in PRODA is a brand new PRODA. We have today a brand new PRODA where things are now beginning to work out. I'm sure people didn't hear me very well. I said that what we have today is a very brand new PRODA, what we can call a tear rubber PRODA, where things are beginning to work out very, very well. And I know that in the next few years to come, PRODA is going to focus more on its mandate, on its core mandate. And the kind of news which I'll be hearing about PRODA shall not just be about capital projects and capital projects, but about research and research findings and innovations. And this is what we know will make this country to move forward. And we are ready, members of the governing board, we are ready to cooperate with the management and the staff of PRODA to make sure that everything is put in place to ensure that things work out very, very well. So I want to say a very big thank you to the Honorable Minister, the Chairman Governing Board, the ODG and the management of PRODA as well as the staff. Thank you very much. God bless you. Real good.
Please a round of applause for the representative of the Chairman Governing Board. The Chairman Governing Board of PRODA is Honorable Chief Imaenuku and is ably represented by Comrade Toye Fawole. Thank you, sir, for pouring encomiums on the President and the Minister, Federal Minister of Science, Technology, and Innovation. Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was making the introductions, I jumped one or two persons that I would like to recognize now. I want to recognize the Director of Finance in the Projects Development Institute, Mrs. Irene, who is ably represented by our Chief Accountant, Mr. Hyginus Eke. Please, you are welcome. I also want to recognize our mommy. Mommy, please forgive me. It escaped my memory. Our head of admin, in the person of our mommy. You know, when you have a mommy that you play with, you always want to smile at her, call her pet names and everything. I'm talking about our mommy, Mrs. Grace Uwebute. Mommy, please, let's clap for our mommy. Let's clap for our mommy, please. Forgive me that it seemed I jumped protocol. Please forgive me. Sometimes when they talk, say, they too much. Please bear with me. For those who don't understand, what I'm carrying on my head is too much. So sometimes you tend to forget one or two things. It's not intentional. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to recognize the representative of the DG NOTAP in the person of Ada Oladunke. I also want to, please a round of applause for her. I also want to recognize Engineer Fumi Jemi Senior. Sorry, that's the way I'm seeing it here. The Director, FCT, Department of Science and Technology, Abuja. You are welcome, please. Ladies and gentlemen, about now we shall move into the next thing that we have, which is short presentations by the heads of departments. And I've been asked to give each head of department 5 minutes to make their presentation. So once it's within that 5 minutes, I shall take the microphone from you. I also want to recognize the presence of Association of Nigerian Inventors, represented by Sheba Joel Kaka, State Coordinator for Benue State, representing the President, Inventor Loris Nzenago. I also want to, please a round of applause. Okay, the other persons, I shall recognize them later. Please, let's take the first presentation. I'm talking about Engineer Dr. E.C. Oriaku. He shall take the first presentation from the Engineering Research and Development Production, please. Please, a round of applause for him as he comes for his presentation.
much. Thank you, MC. The Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Beneonu, the Chairman Governing Board of PRODA, Directors of the Ministry, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to stand on already existing protocol. I am here to showcase some of the activities that is going on in my department in Project Development Institute. My department is ERDP, Engineering, Research, Development, and Production in PRODA. Engineering, Research, Development, and Production in PRODA. And one of the recent material or equipment we have been able to arrive at is the school pencil. The school pencil. I'm here to talk a little on how the arrival of PRODA on the school pencil. It has not been easy. It has been so controversial. But I thank God at this particular point in time, the pencil is here with us. Not only that it's here, it is well produced. Yes. In the past, PRODA went into research into pencil. There were two ideologies to it. The first one said, no, we should start research for the first principles and arrive. The second school of thought said, no, we should do it by reverse engineering. Import the equipment, while the equipments are installed and they're working, we now replicate. Incidentally, the second school of thought was adopted. Machines were imported. Then the problem started. We didn't have enough capacity. We didn't have the capacity to handle the imported machines. The machines were imported. We could not even lay down the machines or install the machines as required because we didn't have that capacity. So this led to a loss of time, a lot of man-hour, until we were able, time was going on until we were able to start something. In 2020, that's when active work on the pencil in PRODA started. Now you're already watching the video there. You can see, you are seeing it on the screen. Actions are already going on. I don't have to talk much on the activity. I will go to the process flow line because I don't have the time. I'm only giving 5 minutes. Yes. So let me go to the process flow line. PRODA school pencil production flow line. The first operation there is the grooving of the grooving machines, grooving of the wood. Let me say this. Pencil is produced from graphite and clay and mixed in the correct ratio. Properly beneficiated and mixed in the correct ratio. So it has a wooden housing, it has an eraser and an eraser holder that is made of aluminum foil. Now the first operation there is when the wood arrive. Of course, cut as required, they are grooved. The grooving machines. This is the start point in the pencil production flow line. These machines cut 9 grooves, which we receive the lead in the wooden slate. There is the HP grooving machine and the 2B grooving machine. From figure 1 at the distance here, you see it. The next operation there is the lead laying. On the grooves, the leads that are already produced are laid in the grooves. These machines lay lead in the groove slates. They lay 9 lead for every pair of complementing slates. The leads are glued in place using latex. There is a 2B an HB lathe laying machine, you say there. The next one is a clamping system, the clamping machine. This machine clamps the sleds that have lead already glued to them. This clamping is done using a hydraulic press machine, and the clamping period is 48 to 72 hours, depending on climatic conditions. Figure 5 below represents the clamping system. The fourth one is the shaping machines. After the period of clamping of the lead slots, they are cut into complete pencil, having either a round or a hexagonal cross section. From figure 7 below, represent the shaping stage with round 2B pencils, while the hexagonal HB pencils are in process. Sanding and polishing. After shaping the pencils into complete hexagonal or round pencils, they are sent to the polishing machines for further smoothing, finishing operations, and painting. Then lacquering. These machines are used to apply paints and lacquer to the polished pencils. The printing and stamping machine, when the pencils are produced, like if you look at the pencil, you will see made in PRODA. You use this machine to finalize it, to give it the printings you want it to bear. Cutting machines, after that, they are now cut to require shape, and then packaging starts. So, all this, what I'm having here, pass through these stages I'm talking about. And this is the final product. And information, I would like to say this. The board members came to PRODA, I think about last month, they had their meeting. Then they asked about this pencil. The pencil was given to them. But one of them did an extra work. He took it home, went into the market to search, to know the comparable quality of this pencil. He came back, called me on phone. Dr. Riak, I said, yes, sir. He said, I have done a survey on your pencil. Your pencil is comparable to the best quality pencil in Nigeria produced from India. So this is comparable to the best. You know, so that is just an information which is a good one. But I am still going, I'm rounding up challenges. I have to go to challenges. Some of the problems that have bedeviled the PRODA pencil project to date include the following. Inadequate funding has hindered efficient execution of the decision reached. 2, language barrier between Chinese and technical experts and PRODA. General government bureaucratic delays in implementing plans and decisions. Irregular power supply. High-tech spare parts which PRODA is currently not able to fabricate in-house. Well, we are not doing this alone because I told you why we could not start immediately because we lack capacity. So we are doing it in conjunction with the Chinese experts. And now one of the problems we are facing when the man arrived is language. And how do we do it? It's like blind people, 2 blind people. Okay, I have enumerated the challenges. Conclusion. In the pencil production process detailed above, PRODA has already started training some engineers in the production process, troubleshooting and maintenance of production machinery. As earlier stated, plans are already at advanced stage to start research in order to achieve 100% local content in the raw material needed for pencil production and the machinery needed for reverse engineering. Once the necessary funding and logistics are in place, PRODA is very confident that the Institute will, in the next 3-4 years, be in position
Please, let's clap for him for the erudition that he has displayed in the presentation. Please, as we go on, very quickly, let me recognize Engineer Ampe, the Director of Technology Acquisition and Adaptation of the Federal Ministries of Science, Technology, and Innovation. Please, a round of applause for him. I also want to recognize Honorable Alhaji Idris Garuba Ongwarimi, the Honorable Commissioner, Kano State Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation, and is represented by Musa Usman Inua, Director, Science, Technology, and Innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. You need to know that Nigeria imports pencil worth 750 billion naira every year. So what PRODA is doing is that we are trying to save Nigeria almost 1 trillion naira every year. Please, a round of applause for PRODA for that innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, I shall ask Mr. Sunday Abo. He is the representative of the head of Department of Ceramics Production. He's representing his HOD. I shall ask him to come and make his presentation very quickly. In the next 3 minutes, I'll collect the microphone from you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, researchers, inventors, and academics in our midst. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. On behalf of my HUD, I'm here to enlighten us on what we have at the Department of Ceramics Production and Research. As we all know, that ceramics has found application in diverse areas, such as refractory, electrical insulators, microchips, computer, aeroplane, bioceramics in orthopedic and dentistry. Here are some of the products or researches we have done, which we have completed and perfected in PRODA. Number one of it is development and production of both low voltage and high frequency porcelain insulators. And the department has completed the research on the production, both low and high. And the test has been done, 100% locally sourced materials. Because of time, let's go into the second one. The second one is tripod ceramic cooking stove. When you look around, you have these very stoves scattered everywhere. But there is a problem that PRODA wants to solve. And that problem has been the use of this very tripod stove. After 1 year, you see crack that is being developed. And this is as a result of the thermal conductivity of this very material. So we go into the research. We were able to formulate a body, a ceramics body that could withstand this very thermal conductivity, thereby at giving you efficient charcoal stove. This very charcoal stove is multi-burnt biomass. What does it mean? You can use briquettes, charcoal, and it is smokeless. The efficiency is comparable with that of the gas. And we also have another very big research in the department, and that is ceramic pot filter, ceramic pot filter for water treatment intervention using locally sourced material. Because of the nature of ceramics, ceramics is chemically inert, and it is only ceramics that can give us water that is very, very friendly without chemical. So we were able to develop a ceramic pot filter using locally available material and abundant waste material, such as clay and sawdust. So you can see the prototype, which at the long run, we are going to modify it for the packaging and what have you. Because of the importance of water in this very challenging, in this very developing country. And so far we have been able to get a potable water fit for drinking that is up to WHO standard. It has been, the work has been published and perfected. So we also have, because in PRODA we tend to use 100 locally sourced material. So we're also going to research and development of local raw material for ceramics application. All over Nigeria, we have gone throughout the Nigeria getting clay deposit. Talk of Bauchi, we have deposit there. So we have got all these things for application in ceramics industry. We also have, we also develop production of low, mild, and high temperature, opaque, and transparent glaze to feed ceramics body. This is what has limited our ceramics industry to traditional ceramics. So we are able to develop that. That's why this very thing is shining. The tiles you see is made of glaze, and PRODA have local developed glazes. And we also have developed colored oxide. All these things have been imported, and as I want to tell you that in PRODA now, we can use 100% local sourced material, waste product, to get things that are comparable with the developed world, things that are imported. So we also have consultancy services, and in all these things, as we move on, we'll be seeing our products in this very country. Thank you, and God bless you.
You know, when you've been asked by your head of department or director to speak on his behalf, sometimes you feel a bit jittery because you don't know which one to say or which one not to say. But I want to appreciate Sondabo for doing a fantastic presentation on behalf of his head of department. And ladies and gentlemen, about this time, I shall call on the next department. I want to call on the Electrical Electronics Production Department. And I want to call on Mr. Obinna to say what the department is doing in the next 2.5 minutes. Please, just go straight to the point, and we'll take it up from there.
Thank you. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I'm here to speak concerning the electrical power and electronics development department. So far, we have been developing a lot of electrical and power equipment. We have in our department air-cooled welding machine, oil-cooled welding machine, battery chargers, and some other electronics, gadgets, and apparatus. We have such protectors in our department. We have built that. And we have also an automatic night switch in our department, the one that goes on when it is dark. That is being used for our street lights. So it doesn't need human interface. Actually, it doesn't need human interface. What it does is once it is night, the street light comes up. We have that in our department. We also have drone. We are also in the development of drone. We are also in the development of drone. But the one I would like us to know much about is our welding machines that is being developed. We have actually developed oil-cooled, but oil-cooled has some limitation that it is not portable, it is not easily moved. So we are now going into development of the air-cooled welding machines. I want to tell us that the air-cooled welding machine is very, very important in our nation. Air-cooled welding machines are used by the artisans and industries. And I want to tell us that PRODA is actually going into it seriously. We want to build the air-cooled, both the electronics one that can use solar. It is already in development. The one that can use solar, so that even with a solar board, you can do your welding. Thank you.
Please clap, please clap. I will also, in the same department, I want to give Mr. Ken just 1 minute to talk about this. This is not just a drone, as we'll see. The application is interesting for the Nigerian public.
Good afternoon. Please permit me to stand on existing protocol. The drone, we developed this drone, and we came to discover that most of the thing we used to develop the drone is being bought from outside the country. So we decided to start using our local material to design the drone. And when you look at this one, the local material, you discover this is to protect the blade if there is an obstacle. And we are designing this drone for agriculture, where we can use it to spray chemical, insecticide in something like tomato that spray on the ground, that you don't need to be matching along the tomato or match them. So when you use this drone, there is a GPS that will communicate with the drone. It will move to the distance you want it to cover and spray the insecticide and return back. Or when the chemical, the insecticide gets finished, there is a command that will tell the drone to return back to home. Then it will now return back to home before you feed another insecticide. Thank you.
Please, so PRODA has developed an intelligent drone and has application for agriculture in the application of insecticide. Talking about insecticide, ladies and gentlemen, I have the kind permission of my head of department, Mr. Andrew Okorike, the head of department of materials and energy technology, to make 1 or 2 presentations about the department. The last speaker talked about an intelligent drone that can be used to spread insecticide in PRODA. PRODA manufactures our own insecticide and is on display here. Hello? So we are not buying the insecticide from outside. We are manufacturing it locally. And the materials and the energy technology department manufactures that insecticide. We also have many homemade products that we have. We have developed technology for neem seed oil. We also have coconut oil. We have other essential oils. We also have turmeric oil. Please, can I have your attention, please? Please, let me have your attention, please. And we also have other household equipment. But that's not all that the materials and energy technology department does. We have increased our capacity for material testing and characterization. And when we are talking about increasing our capacity for material testing and characterization, which is in line with our mandate.
Or minorities, every tribe and every religion still they hustle for naira when no get tribe or religion. So, my country people, let's join this movement that says naira no get tribe and use the naira to develop our naira land. Citizens first. Citizens before state of origin. Citizens before your religion. Citizens before your ethnic belonging. For participation, call 0902 739 5555.
Doctors and not married and they're doing these things. Well, there's a variety of things. I think first of all we have to go back to you are very well known for teaching skills. Your students are speakable without it's Nigeria competition.
I said, let's pick them up, let's take them back to Nigeria, and let's teach them a different kind of job. Hello
Hello, it's always a pleasure to have you with us on the program, The Woman. My name is Elizabeth Amai, and I have a special guest for you today. It's one day we set aside to celebrate women, Women's Day, and no other than someone who's created history somehow for a particular people, and of course for us to be our guest today. Who is my guest? Your guess is as good as mine. Let's take a break. I'll introduce her.
It's quite a journey, really, and sometimes it's not that you actually you go for it, but somehow that what will I say, that post, that authority is somehow thrust upon you, and you cannot refuse. You cannot just say no. So it's really been a long journey from the world of politics in our country, and right now back to the world of academics, where I started from. So it's not really easy being a politician in our country. I believe it's the same in other countries, because you have to cope with a lot of things. Out there, you are no longer just that family person, only interested in what happens in your family or your people around you, but you are now for the people, the whole people. Being the governor of a state, you are governor for everybody. I remember my husband once saying that. So being in that life is not easy. For sure, some people will like you. Sure, some others will not like you. Some may not even be, they are neither here nor there. So you find yourself every time being on your toes, trying to make sure that at least, as far as it's humanly possible, you satisfy the needs of the majority.
You said your husband said he is governor for all.
Yes.
And I also know that as the first lady of the state, you're also the mother
of everybody.
Of everybody.
Yes.
You know, and I have 3 children. Sometimes it's difficult trying to make sure the 3 of them are satisfied. And I can imagine you, I don't know the population in the state, being mother to all. How were you able to, you know, put equity, you know, justice to all of your children at the time?
I remember it was in the year 2000 that I established a foundation, Heartland Child Care Foundation, which of course is still working today.
That's cool.
Yes, because today.
I was going to ask you about continuity.
Yeah, because today that foundation, we have like 50 undergraduates on scholarship. That's what we've been doing since 2000. So I use that foundation as much as is possible to really reach out to the people. And of course, I also remember it was in the process of reaching out that I somehow established a program that is still ongoing in Imo State. We call it Imo Women's Day. That we celebrate the first week of December every year, whereby we gather all women as much as possible. Not everybody can come up. From all the 27 local governments of Imo State to be part of the celebration. I use the August meeting to be able to reach out to as many communities as we can.
You know, you talked about this August meeting. Somebody once asked me what actually goes on there, because some people think that's where women sit down to discuss how to deal with their husband.
No.
What actually goes?
We're far from that. In August meeting, what we normally do is that we remember in August, it's been there. This August meeting has been there a long time ago in our traditional setting, whereby by August we are finished planting and everything, harvesting. Women from all over the cities where they are living will come back home and have a meeting with the women at home on how to get themselves involved in developmental activities in the community. And women enjoyed it. And so for some people now, they say, it's the time we ask for new rappers and this and that. So during that time, what I tried to do was to let the women know that this is the purpose. The purpose is for development of our cities and not just to show off. But what if we use it to show off? What does it really matter? Women should be allowed sometimes to express themselves. There's no harm to it. So the August meeting is not just for showing off or demanding money. No, it's for helping the rural communities, to catch up with the times. That's what we are doing there. So these were the channels I used to be able to reach out to as many people as possible. Because sitting there in the government house, not everybody can come to government house to see you. We didn't even allow them to enter the gate and all that. So I normally go out to meet them and interact with them, especially the less privileged ones. We used to have hospital visits where you go and you see people who cannot pay their bill, and sometimes the hospital detains them. And this is something you can help offset.
I went back to the classroom. That's for me quite great. They say once a teacher, always a teacher.
Yeah.
How was it for you, fitting back after 8 years without being in the classroom?
Before my husband won the election, I was a lecturer with Rivers State University. Actually, at that time, I was the head of the Department of Banking and Finance before I took my leave of absence. Something happened. I don't forget it over there. The day after the election, I came back to school. After the election, they were sworn in some months later. So the first time I came back to school after the election to teach in the River State, yes, immediately I walked into the classroom, everybody stood up and started the national anthem. Wow, I was taken aback. I was so shocked. So when after that election, I had to take my leave of absence for the first 4 years. And when it expired, so to say, I renewed it.
Yes.
And within that period, in 2007, I got my PhD. Within 2007, that's when I got my PhD. So when we are done with the elections, I went back. With the governorship in 2008, I went back to.
So while you were in office, you were still studying for your.
To embarrass